the crossover between celebrity and spirituality is nowhere more interestingly explored than in Scientology, because it was set up here in Los Angeles with the Celebrity Center in Hollywood and so on, in order to exploit the one thing that Americans really do worship, which is celebrity. Everybody in the film has been harassed and pursued by private detectives and so on, and surveilled, and they all, I think they all understood that they were going to pay a price for telling their story.
It's one thing to read about Paul Haggis sort of wrestling with this, but to see, especially at the end, that visual manifestation of shame, somebody who's smart enough to know better. Is that one of the things that made you want to do this too? The guys like Paul who can sort of see both sides of it?
It's not easy to take a look at yourself and realize that you may have taken a very wrong turn, and to be able to grapple with that. And that's one of the things that I thought was very powerful. This story is about Scientology, but let's be honest, it's about something more than that, which is this idea of the prison of the belief. And I think we're all prisoners of belief in some way, shape, or form at one time or another in our lives, whether it be political belief or religious belief, where we're unwilling to reckon with where that may take us. And in another context, if not, in the process of that belief, we would look at some things and say, no, I'm not going to do that.
If you spent 35 years like Paul did, or you've grown up in it like so many people, it's very difficult to move away from it.
I talked to, people in Scientology, and they said, well, look, if you don't buy any of that, it's all right. It's, you can do what you want. And so this ability to sort of embrace or discard, so long as you kept paying the money, pretty good idea, particularly for a business plan. It's like, you can believe it or you don't have to believe it, whatever you want, so long as you keep paying for the levels, even if you don't necessarily believe them, which in and of itself is testimony to the power of an idea that can be so flexible, but so long as you feel a part of it, it's like you have ownership of it. It's who you are. It's your identity.